Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and information on Path of Exile. Starting the week, GGG coming out with how the Scourge launch went, and it actually went pretty well, especially compared to last league launch, and they reached a peak player concurrency which is 96% of their previous highest record, which is definitely really good again, especially compared to the previous league launch. And the launch was overall pretty smooth, although they had a couple problems, some disconnections, though they fixed that, and well, the launch went actually pretty well. Also on Xbox and PlayStation, the league actually launched October 28th, so a couple of days ago. So if you're playing on those, definitely go and patch, if there's a patch. I guess there is a patch, just like everything else. Anyway, we also got some highlights from the Scourge launch, and it's basically all the cosplays which now everyone does, due to the fact that Mathiel once did like years ago, and now everyone really is doing that every launch. It's kind of mandatory after that, so yeah, if you want to see some cosplay, definitely check those out. Also, GGG reminds us that there are still some mystery bags from Exile available, and well, these are all of the type of bags, and these are actually the odds of you getting one of those, because it is random. It's actually, as people say, it's actually in real life mystery boxes, which I don't know. I mean, if they had some of these for actual sale, people would definitely buy it, like the Exalted Orb, Foaming Anti-Stress Ball, and the Cat Socks, which are absolutely amazing. Also, well, GG has been at work for the past week. Basically, it's been pretty much a week for the PC players, and since the league launched, and they released, as you can see, 5 hotfixes. You can see what happened in any of those, and they are planning to improve some of those. For example, upon encountering a boss in the nightmare, the crucible will be paused for 5 seconds, which means you will not lose blood for the first 5 seconds. Also, standing by what Bex said on Reddit, every 5% of the boss life that you take, the blood drain stops for another 5 seconds. And honestly, I really don't understand why GGG cannot just drop with the timers, which, I mean, there's really no use to timers, as PoE is already basically a race to who kills anything faster. And if you are slow, that is already a big downside, but just not being able to experience a boss because you're slow just feels the worst. I mean, I don't think there's any reason for GGG to actually let the blood drain while there is a boss nearby. You can just confine the boss to an arena, and if you go out of there, everything goes back to normal. I mean, yeah, whatever, enough ranting about that. There's also been a lot of bug fixes, and more are coming. Standard map conversions, if you have been following these, there have been problems, so they plan to fix that with remove only stash tabs that will contain all of the overflown maps from the tabs. Otherwise the tab will just fail to translate. Ballista totems currently are bugged, where basically they take a lot more damage than they should, and they're basically made of paper, just die, unusable pretty much. And some other things, like some missing patch notes, which are then being added here. And well, if you want to read those, definitely go ahead. But other than that, we also had the Twitch Rivals on the 28th, just on the same day that the league launched pretty much for Xbox and PlayStation. And well, if you had the chance to watch and get your Twitch drops, well, definitely congratulations. If you didn't, if you haven't had time, you can go and check the VODs. Although Twitch drops will not be available anymore, so that's kind of sad, honestly. Not everyone definitely could be online at the time. And GGG also increased the rewards for Scourge maps, because they were not enough, like, rewarding, I guess. And now they should take 50% less corruption to be transformed, so that should actually allow you to chain Scourged maps back to back. Of course, if you get over a certain tier and maybe you juice them enough and all the kind of things. And well, actually also to a problem of the difficulty in staying inside the nightmare for extended period of time without enough incentive. They doubled the item quantity and item rarity bonuses and removed diminishing returns from those things. And this begs the question, why was there a mechanic that had ridiculously low item quantity, ridiculously low item rarity, and it also had diminishing returns on that, while at the same time you were taking more damage the more you stayed into this realm? I mean, how is that even? I don't even know. How does that even make sense? I mean, this solution itself speaks plentiful on how the league was balanced. And well, considering that most Scourge mods are just trash unless you really hit the spot on something, Scourge, I don't know, it's definitely a decent league, but for the most part you will use it for leveling, and then you will use it for juicing maps, and if you cannot run maps you just sell the results, and that's about it for yourself. So yeah, I don't know, I don't think the league itself is that great, although I am enjoying it, but it's just leveling and then top tier. Anything else in between is probably not worth doing. But yeah, I reserve to change judgment if I ever get further into the league and then find out that it's actually amazing. So that was all for this week, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all, I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.